So welcome back to Emotional Muscle Convos. I'd like us to start, Dr. Tolu the Fixer. Let's start with realistic and unrealistic expectations, right? Before marriage. Let's look at some unrealistic expectations that some persons have. One that I put down here is your spouse is responsible for your happiness. I believe you can't just outsource your happiness to your spouse. And people do, why people say, if only I can get married, I know I'll be happy. I can't wait to get married and be happy.
So, I mean, that's totally wrong.
Yeah.
In fact, it's mounting pressure on the other person, expecting them to take care of your happiness. It's more like you're putting pressure on them.
Yeah.
And I mean, you are very right. It's very unrealistic. I don't know if people will expect that in marriage.
Yeah, they do.
So, what you do not have, you cannot give.
Yes.
If you cannot find happiness on your own, you don't have nothing to give when it comes to happiness in that marriage.
Yes.
You must have a happy life.
Yeah.
You must be able to find that happiness. You see, individualism in that entity called marriage is very important.
Yes.
You don't lose yourself because you are married. People need to understand that to keep that long-term relationship intact, you need to be able to have that individualism. You need to be able to have that your entity, the you inside the entity.
Yeah.
It's very, very important.
I wanted us to talk about intimacy before we went on the break. It's intimacy. In the midst of the stress. I knew that was not a question. In the midst of the stress, right?
Yeah.
And the sex is reducing.
Yeah.
How can we deliberately build intimacy?
I mean, just like you have said, deliberately.
Yes.
As soon as we are deliberate, it can be done. So what could you do? Women first and foremost need, and I think even start from the background, a lot of African women have this good girl syndrome. Yeah, actually there is something like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that you want to just be a lady in the street and a lady in the bedroom. And the men also are looking for good girl as well, but they want a lady in the street and a freak in the bedroom. So I tell women that, you see, being that good girl in the bedroom does not work for a man's brain. It doesn't.
Get a freak on.
Yes, he wants to see. So don't say, if I do like this, I think I'm spoiled. He wants you to be spoiled, actually.
Spoiled for him.
Even if he say he doesn't want it, it's not true. His brain wants a spoiled.
A spoiled wife, a wife that can do everything.
So there's need to be yourself. Be yourself, and forget all these. And then for a lot of women, even men, there's need to recondition yourself from all the things you've been told. When you are trying to be celibate, I don't want to have sex. Why are you not having sex? Oh, sex is bad. Sex is this. Sex is that. And because you can't just wake up and say sex is good. You've been telling yourself for 30 years that sex is bad.
Yeah.
Right. So your brain is not going to capture sex is good.
So we're still looking at some unrealistic expectations we have that actually we might need to let go. And one of them is that your spouse should revolve around you. What you were citing, that yes, I want her to be a high flyer, but at the same time, don't go too far, right? Revolve around me, be dependent on me. But unfortunately, at some point, they want to fly, they want to chase the world, they want to chase their dreams.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
So you need to be able to embrace that and let go of that.
Yeah.
That expectations.
People need to understand that this person you are looking at could be anybody.
Yeah.
Especially when you want somebody that maybe you want brilliant, highly driven people. And interestingly, people who are controlling are actually always attracted to people who are driven.
Yeah. But it comes with a prize. Yes. It comes at a prize.
It comes. So they are naturally attracted to people that are driven, So it comes with a price, like you have said. So they don't understand that part.
Yeah.
So after getting into it and the drive is now showing up, they started struggling.
Yeah. So that's where you now actually bring compromise, because I believe that compromise is a beautiful thing in marriage, when both partners know, yes, I like this part of you, I love this part of you, right? But I need to give you the space to thrive. Because if I give you that space to thrive and to be you and to fulfill your dreams, you will present the best version of yourself to the marriage. You will bring your full whole self.
100%.
Yes, to yourself.
100%,
So that's
yeah.
where the compromise comes. I
Yeah.
wish you could be around more often, but I just have to let you go, because I know when you're out there and you return, you're happier.
Yes.
You're more fulfilled.
Yeah.
Fulfilling your role as a mother, as a father, or as a daughter.
100%.
Yeah.